Hello, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Sarah Jane. I am a tarot reader, obviously, yoga therapist, and I co-created this deck called Be With Your Body, which is designed to help you find peace with your body just as you are. So if you are open, I would love to do your weekly reading for this week. So since this is a deck about connecting to your body, let's take a moment and I'm going to just clear the energy. We're going to do one shuffle, and then we're going to do a little grounding breath together. So I'm going to light my Palo Santo. Let's all take a big inhale through your nose, as though you could smell the woodsy smell, and then clockwise energy clearing. Notice what you are sitting or laying on. Feel your body connected to your space. And then we're going to do 3 more shuffles and see what is in the cards for us today. So we're going to do a 3-card pull, past, present, future. Oh, we'll have to pull a couple extenders, some clarifications on this last one. Okay, so in our past, we have the King of Hands. This is someone who is a beautiful, benevolent leader. Maybe this is you. Maybe this is someone that you're thinking in your mind, but I'm going to tell you a little secret about tarot. All of it is about you, because tarot isn't magic. You are magic. Tarot is a mirror. So maybe this is something that you have been overseeing, overlooking, delegating, and trying to get a project done. A project may have even come into some beautiful fruition, or you've had a new development around this project. So this is coming from the past. And then the present, we have the Hanged One. Oh my goodness. This card is one of my favorite cards, but it's a tricky card. Let's be honest. It is a little bit of a tricky card. This card is all about being in transition. So you finished your project. If you're more familiar with the Rider-Waite-Smith, the King of Hands is like the King of Wands. So you've come to completion in some sort of something. And this is usually some sort of is related to drive or work or your own creativity. So that's been completed, and now you're in this place where you just need to sit and wait. You just need to sit and wait. And honestly, this is such a hard place to be, is to sit and to wait. But if you look at this card, the Hanged One is chilling. They are just chilling. Their hands are behind the back of their head. They're hanging by their foot. Here they are. They're in this space in between. So you get to choose. You get to choose how you're going to be in this time, how you're going to be in this in-between space. I always think about traffic when I think about this card. You're going to be late for something. Let's say you're in the car, you know you're going to be late for something, and you are losing your mind because you don't want to be late for this thing. So you get to choose. Are you going to honk and try to get around people and then possibly get yourself or someone else hurt? Or are you just going to inform the people that you are trying to get to, hey, I'm going to be late. This is just the reality of the situation. And you are going to take continue to put effort towards the thing or the place that you're trying to go. But what are you going to do in that in-between time? You're going to call a friend? You're going to listen to a podcast, put on some music, sit with yourself. What are you going to do in this in-between time? You get to choose. You get to choose. And then where we're headed, we have the Three of Eyes. So if you are familiar with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is like the Three of Swords. So there's some grief. There is some releasing. There is some acknowledgement that needs to happen. And the only way out through this energy is by feeling the feelings that come up. Now, this is a little interesting to me, right? So there's a little story happening here. You completed a cycle, you completed something, a project, something big that is a part of you. Maybe you've put it out into the world, and now you're waiting for the next steps, and then something will need to be grieved or released around that. So let's see what more information we have. Okay. So first and foremost, we have temperance. Temperance is a reminder to find balance and to find peace and contentment where you are. I always say, before we go anywhere else, we first have to see where we are. Not to bring another car analogy into this, but like GPS, right? Before you can tell it where it's going, but it can't get you there until you know where you are. And so there is this place of like acceptance and contentment and almost a place of peace. And this is actually really beautiful. I was out for a walk with a friend this morning, and she was grieving a very beloved dog that she had in her life for many years. And she said, you know what though? When I feel the grief, we saw a dog that looked a lot like this dog, and she, some tears came to her eyes. And she said, you know what though? I love the grief. I miss the dog. I love the grief. I love feeling it because it makes me feel connected to her. And it is this like presence with the grief that's happening. We can't not let the grief happen because that's just part of the human experience. And almost when we try to resist grief, it makes our lives harder. I'll say that again. When we try to resist grief, it makes our lives harder. And that is just the objective truth. So know that this is happening. Feel the feelings about it. Find the contentment with it, the peace, okay, right now it's like this. This is what's happening in this moment. So let's look at these other two. We've got some feet suit stuff. So first one, let's talk about this, the King of Feet reversed. When this card is upright, the King of Feet is a reminder that you are feeling, and look, we got two kings, right? So it is like kind of a completion energy. You feel at peace with your success. You don't feel like you need to compare anyone else's success to your success. This person, like the Hanged One, look, they're both chilling. But the Hanged One's in the in-between, the King of Feet is upright, which tells me, but the King of Feet is actually also reversed. We'll get into what that means in a second. So the King of Feet upright is like you feel at peace with where you are at. You feel at peace in your body. This is very much like an embodiment card when this one comes upright. You know that you don't need to compare yourself to anyone else to feel good where you're at. It is reversed, which isn't a full like back to square one. It's just a little like nudge, a little reminder to not compare your success to someone else. This is just kind of a little clue that you might be getting into that comparison mindset. And whenever there's a reversal, the upright is also available. So I'm almost wondering if the grief is going to be around, not that like something didn't work out the way you wanted it to. It's just that the thing that you wanted, it's just a little bit different. It's just a little bit different. It's just that it's not like it's going to fail. It's just it may not be exactly what you thought it was going to be, and you might be comparing yourself to someone else. And this is a reminder that your success has nothing to do with anyone else's success. Your success is for you. And then finally, we have the Six of Feet reversed, which can mean one of two things. One, meaning that you might need a little bit of extra support. You might need to be reminded that you can accept generosity. You can accept help. You can accept the gifts and the blessings that are ready and available and wanting to be here for you. It could also mean that it's time for you to give something away, to be more altruistic, to offer something up to someone. So I want you to sit with your body and see which one that feels like it is for you. Is it time for you to give something away? Or is it time for you to be reminded that you can receive? Is receiving really challenging for you? And I don't know. This is something that you need to sit with within yourself. And then let's see what's right here at the, oh my goodness. I always love to see what's at the bottom of the deck, what's at our heels, right? What's kind of like happening below the surface. And we have the Page of Hips, which, oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm just going to take this away so we can, oh, we also have Death Reverse, which we're not going to get into that whole scenario. But Page of Hips, if you're familiar with the Rider-Waite-Smith, this is like the Page of Cups. So we can look at this in one of two ways. One, that there has been a seed that is planted, and it will be growing over the next period of time. Now, this could be a pregnancy card, most literally. I'm not saying you or someone that you know is pregnant. Maybe they are, maybe not. I do not know. What it is this gestational time. So there are things and there are people that you can feel that are creating something new. And this is a reminder that you need to wait in that in-between time and be present, right? Kind of coming back to the, the Hanged One. You don't need to have the end result right now. Be in the in-between. That's where the magic is. I hope that's helpful, and I hope that you find peace with your body this week.